Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? We're back doing the streaming that we used to do. We took a week off to do other things. So I have some settings different, so if you guys notice anything that's not quite right, let me know. I know the resolution is now 720 instead of 1080. That's because of internet issues. Dropping the resolution allows me to stream, whereas if the internet's not fast enough, I can't do 1080. So due to issues, that's the case. As far as audio and everything goes, that's slightly adjusted as well. We had to do that, so hopefully that's all okay. I don't know. We're gonna find out, I guess. So I guess we're gonna go for it. Let me know about the music, if it's too loud or too quiet. It shouldn't be. It's not too quiet. I know it's not too quiet. I can see that. Let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if the mic is okay. Let me know if it's synced up with the webcam. It should be, because it's all the same settings that we adjusted for the gaming. So it's going to be delayed like a couple of milliseconds, because I have to do that for the gaming stuff. But in terms of being synced up, it should be fine. And the delay won't affect the streaming. So that's the idea anyway. That should be good. We should be okay. Everything should be alright. Sounds and looks fine. Music is loud. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I know a lot of people complain it's not loud enough, so I will adjust that right now. That should take care of that. How about now? Is it okay now? Also, I know the webcam's a little, it's in a different, cause see, it's set up for when I sit back like this to play my video games. That's how I do it. So when I sit up like this for the streaming until I lean back forward again, it's fine. You guys don't need to see the top of my head. I don't think you do anyway. If you do, then you're a weirdo. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what's on the screen? What's that purple thing? Well, that purple thing is the head that I made for my custom Angela figure, which is done now. It needs to be painted, but otherwise it's done. Uh-oh. Something's not working. Is my keyboard not? Oh, it's the pen. Why do we have these issues? The pen was acting funky last time too. Of course, I just tested it and everything was fine, and now it's not. Let me figure this out. The keyboard should be good. Yeah, keyboard's good. Okay. The pen. Let's do this. Let's close down ZBrush. I just can't win. I cannot win. No matter what I'm doing, somehow something goes wrong. You guys saw I posted that I got that Zorro figure in the mail with the messed up neck. So I went back and forth with Ami for like days because they don't have good customer service, and that's why I always say buy from Big Bad Toy Store, don't import. Doesn't really save any money anymore. Just don't import. There's no need to. And their policy is that if you can't show them the shipping receipt, the shipping, like the insert that goes with the, what's it called? Invoice, shipping invoice, they can't prove that you bought it from them, so they won't issue you a replacement. What about the order number through your website? How is that not proof that I ordered from you? So it's not enough. We need the shipping thing. I'm like, well, I shipped it through DHL, so there's no shipping label on the box. It was like printed on a bag around the box that was destroyed and got thrown away, so I don't have that. You can see the box has your name on it. You have my order number. Why isn't that enough? Well, I guess since you have the box with our name on it, that'll be good enough. You think? You think that's gonna cover it? You're not sure I ordered from you, even though I literally ordered it from you, and you can check that in your records. So they say fine, but we can't tell what's wrong with it from your description, like I don't know what I'm talking about. So we need photos, which of course I already took because I knew they were going to need photos, so I provided the photos. We can't tell based on the photos what's wrong. Can you make a video for us? Make a YouTube video private for us so that we can see what you're talking about. Like, could they make any more hoops to jump through? What's the deal, pen? So I did that. I made the video explaining the problem. I uploaded it. I linked it to them. Linked them to it. And then they're like, okay, we're sorry for this issue. Here's what we'll do. In, I think it was like 5 to 8 weeks, we'll send out a replacement head. Seriously? It's not the head that's messed up. You'd think you'd be clear by now. Nope. 5 to 8 weeks, whatever they said, we'll send out a replacement head. Alright, let me get this, I'm gonna reinstall the driver for my pens. See if we can get this sorted out. Yeah, so 5 to 8 weeks. Oh my goodness. My pen driver is going absolutely bonkers. Wow. Wow. Somebody told me the other day I sound like Owen Wilson. When I say wow, I never thought of that before. Alright, we're going to calibrate the pen. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. Otherwise, we will have waited a week to do streaming, and all of a sudden I can't stream. So we're going to find out. And I mean, this isn't even the kind of thing I can do with the mouse. Alright, it seems to be working, so we're going to apply it. We're going to press OK. We're going to open up ZBrush. They're not an awful company. They just have really crappy policies and have terrible customer service. People are like, oh, you should just import your figures. It's cheaper because of the currency conversion. I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. Hey, what about the shipping costing 5 times as much? Maybe that's part of the factor, a factor of the equation. Or how about the fact that if you have a defect, you're really SOL? You know, people always like to tell me that what I'm suggesting is wrong or strictly for my benefit because I'm connected to Big Bad Toy Store. I'm connected to Big Bad Toy Store because they're a good toy store, despite the name. Maybe I'm actually recommending something for your benefit, which is what I do on my channel. Like, strictly, it's always for their benefit. Alright, we seem to be good. What is that? Actions recommended. You know what, Windows? How about you take a big old chunk out of my posterior? How about that? Alright, so what we're doing, this is the Angela head that I made for a custom. I'm now making Goliath. Similar features, so we're gonna start down here with good old Angela, and then we're gonna build it up from there. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. We're gonna go ahead and take her eyes out because we don't need them. Let's go ahead and Z-remesh. We're gonna cut it down to half. Should be good. Maybe more, maybe less. Yeah, Big Bad Toy Stores, they're great. They're fine. Worst case scenario is they say we're not gonna replace a figure for being defective if it's a paint slip, because that happens, which is actually in their policy. So anytime, oh, it's gold now because of the earrings. So let's get this back to a reasonable material. I want to work with the Matte Cat Pearl. That looked like a good one. I saw somebody using that the other day, and I was like, ooh, I wanna do that too. I like that material. It shows all the bumpies and everything very nicely. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just kind of get the general mass in place first. The ears are not far off from Goliath. Let me bring up my reference image though. Obviously his head's a little bit more broad and square and masculine looking. But I think we can actually make this work. Alright, let's use this as the reference image. Yeah, make it super duper full screen so I can't see anything else. Good job, Windows. Thanks for being such a good operating system. Okay. Seriously, I just lost pen pressure. What is going on? The pen can't be dead. It can't be dead. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go get the other pen that's charging because apparently they just... Whatever, I'll be right back. I guess I should put that up on the screen. I can't get... Nothing's going my way today, guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hook up my, turn it back on so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so the thing is, I'm wondering if maybe the pens died over the last week, even though they're not supposed to be, they're not supposed to do that. So I'm gonna hook my pen up to my charger, and we're gonna see if it'll work. Well, actually, let's just test it first, because it should have some, it has no juice. Okay, I'm gonna hook it up, and then I'm gonna smash my head against the wall if it doesn't work. Oh yeah, it's one of those days. One of those days. And I don't have my extension opened yet. So, gotta do that. Good thing about using a knife that's far too big for what you're doing, it definitely can open blister packs, no problem at all. Especially when it's razor sharp. Why? I guess I can't open it with no problem at all. There we go. So then, did any of you guys catch the gaming stuff from this past week? Did you guys watch that at all? Enjoy that? Should I do more? Should I never do it again? I'd like to do more, but you know, it's funny because as I was streaming it, I kept getting comments and messages from people saying, "Hey, I love this. Why don't you do more gaming stuff?" And my response is, "Hey, no one watches it." But I got so many people saying that, and then you should do more. I would watch it. And then they don't. And then they don't watch it. Yeah, I know you were there, Tiny. Okay. The red light is lit, which means it's got power, which means if that was the issue, it won't be anymore. It's not the issue. What's the deal? Seriously, every single thing that I try to do goes poorly. Got the gaming stuff all worked out. Come back to doing the thing I've done a billion times. always showing up after all the work's done. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get the cleverness. It says it's working. Why isn't it working then when I... Alright, let me calibrate it again. Maybe we're having some kind of computer issue. Obviously we're having some kind of computer issue, you dumbass. Alright, maybe we're cooking. I can't work like this. What is this? What is this, 1995? Cords coming out of things? Oh, man. I can't do this. I'm gonna quit. Okay, let's do this. Let's go over here. First thing we're gonna do is broaden the head up a little bit, which will be easy because we just do this. Yeah, except that's not what happened, Randall, so I don't understand what you're talking about. Oops, not offset. Size is what we want. There we go. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Even on the Nightfall, I led the team in kills, so I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're just salty. Salty. This is such a pain in the cord. It's surprising how heavy the cord feels on the end of the pen. That's so weird. You wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but uh-oh, the light went out. Maybe it's time for a new pen. Oh, there we go. Alright. Randall's a salty person. Randall, I'm up to a really high rank. You need to get up there too. In fact, my brother's on right now, Randall. Stop watching the stream and go play with my brother so you can rank up some more so we can do the thing. Do the raid in a couple of days. And a new Nightfall tomorrow. We're gonna do the Nightfall with James tonight so that we can get him up to snuff. And so you should get your character. What are you up to? Are you up in the 80s yet, Randall? We gotta get you in the 80s. Goliath has a much more pronounced schnoz. It comes all the way out, and he's got one of those cartoon schnozzes like that. Gotta do a little bit of this. Get that brow going. His brow is wicked big. And of course, we're just getting it roughed in right now. It's gonna get adjusted. Don't worry about that. Get them cheekbones in there. 80s, 280, 280 level light power, whatever you want to call it these days. Or are you saying you're already past that? Very few people are. I would be surprised if you are, but that'd be cool. One thing we need to do is get rid of them purdy lips. Why Dynamesh isn't working? There it is. Now it's working. Way too dense. Still too dense. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so Goliath has one heck of a jaw. Let's use our move brush. Big square chin, big jaw. pretty much what we're looking at. I'm pretty much how we go through it. His jaw's super pronounced. I'm gonna try to kind of blend it into realism a little bit. Their faces are surprisingly flat too. It's always difficult for me to sculpt the gargoyles characters because the way their faces are, you would expect them to protrude more, but they really don't. I think that's probably gonna be good enough. Goliath has a little bit of that going on too, a little bit of old man wrinkles. And an underbite, oddly enough. Oh, it's starting to look like him. Almost, kinda. I'm pretty sure his nose is, his nose is broader. He does have a pretty broad schnoz. Pretty broad schnoz. We'll shape it out more. Don't worry about that. I know it's too big right now. It's like meaty. We don't want it to be so meaty. The other interesting thing about sculpting the gargoyles characters is that they're drawn in a very stylized way, such that you don't see a lot of their facial features from certain angles. So it's kind of a task to make them look proper from the side. Randall, I don't know. I mean, we probably do some of it like right away, but I'm not planning on getting it done instantly. I mean, we'll probably mess around with it and see what we can do, but we need 6 people, so if we don't have 6, then that's going to be kind of a thing. But they just announced today that the end boss in the raid is a light level or power level of 280. It starts at 260, and by the time you get to the end, it's at 280. So if you can get up there a little up to 280, that would be super good. Well, the clan's up to 11 people now, so we might have people to do it, but we still have to get James leveled. We're gonna get James leveled up tonight. We're gonna run the Nightfall with him after this stream. A thing! Did it show up? Did I miss it? Every time I click on OBS with the pen, it stops working. Yeah, John. You're letting us down, man. KCKB19 has followed. Thanks. But for real, every time I click on OBS with my pen, the pen stops working. Why? What the heck, OBS? I'm telling you, this is the most frustrating thing. I should stream some of what? Oh, me playing tonight? You guys want to see the Nightfall again? I mean, we beat it pretty easily the second go. First go was a little rough. Second go was pretty smooth. Alright. We're gonna... Seriously? Do I just have to keep opening the driver to make this thing work? I don't understand what's going on. John, sell your computer and play like a normal person on a console. Everybody knows console gamers are the best kind of gamers. Everybody knows this. That's why they created that whole PC Master Race thing, to make themselves feel better. Portable game systems are fine. I just don't have time to play them. I don't have enough time to do the work I need to do and play Destiny. What do you mean, yeah, right? I don't make any money, so I have to work all the time in order to keep making enough money. And I'm not complaining, I mean, that's a choice I've made, but still, that is the choice. Work for yourself and make very little money and work all the time, or work for somebody else and make decent money and work normal hours. I chose what I chose, but I did choose it, so I gotta live with it. His jaw is like, his chin is way wide. Super unrealistically wide. These guys are always so difficult to sculpt because they're so not anatomically what they are supposed to be for human. No, this is for a custom figure I'm working on. I made that Angela. I showed you guys that head a few times. This figure goes with that figure. 2 Gargoyles characters. He's been a long time customer, and he's a Gargoyles fan. So that's what we're working on. And since I have to do it anyway, I figured I might as well do it on stream. I think his ears are technically a little bit longer than hers, but we might tone them down. guys. He actually has 2 of these guys, and they're a little different. Yep, all of my gargoyles related customs have come from one customer. Or I should say have been ordered by one customer. They didn't come from him. If they were coming from him, he wouldn't be my customer. A lot of my customers, a large portion, are repeat customers. I guess they like what I do. I don't know. I don't blame them. I like what I do too, even though I don't get to keep any of it. That's actually not too far off from what it's supposed to look like. I mean, we're still working very rough, but we want it to be as accurate as it can be. We're pretty much lower. A lot lower. Almost like I don't totally suck. Almost, but not quite. Yeah, I like that much better. That looks pretty good. Goliath is a total badass. So yeah, I'm pretty psyched. Guess we can pull his head out some. We don't really need it to be out because he's gonna have hair, obviously. And I'm gonna have to reshape this inner piece anyway. But we might as well give him a little bit of head shape. They have one thing that's also always kind of not bothered me, but it's something I have to consider as I'm sculpting these guys, is that like they have 0 forehead height. It basically brow, boom, hair. Were you able to find some that were useful there, John? I know I sent some that were clean and good to use, and some had the tape on them. But the sleeves, there was a bunch of used ones and random ones that I just got, but then there was a packet of brand new ones. So make sure you separate those 2 out. Don't lose the new ones. All right, let's go ahead and let's not press caps lock, you dumbass. Let's use some clay tubes. I do need to get his second little horn thing in there, but we will. His horn thingies are connected to his head, his brow, a little bit more so than Angela's. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a trick making this all flow smoothly. I know, I didn't send you a bunch of... I mean, it's kind of garbage, but it's not garbage. I sent them to you because I thought they'd be useful. I had a bunch more too. And if you want, I can send you some new ones because, like I said, I ordered them and then didn't end up needing them. So, we're gonna have to carve out his, features a little bit more. The thing is, are you going to actually use them, or are you going to do like I did and end up using a binder? If you're going to use a binder, then the top loaders won't do you any good. We're probably going to throw some hair, at least something to hold the place, so that it looks like it's supposed to look a little bit. It's not a mullet, it's just long hair. Don't you start making. Why am I so uncomfortable in this chair all of a sudden? Don't you start insulting my gargoyles. Alfonso, those are fighting words. I can't get in the chair where I want it. There we go. Okay, well next time I get around to it, I'll do it. John. I didn't hit that. Can you do that from here? How the hell did I open the gizmo from this menu? That jaw going. You know, it looks so weird, but it's actually not very far off. Like, that's what he looked like. Well, I mean, now I feel like crap, John. My point wasn't for you to end up being put out. It was the opposite of that. How did they do his... Oh, it's not very... It doesn't come down very far. Okay, well, let's, so hard to do their faces. Let's put some eyes in. That'll probably help. We'll get the eyes situated. The other thing that's weird about these guys, or another thing I guess I should say, since they're so animated looking, you can't really make the eyes round, or they would be like the whole size of the head, because they're very flat. But I'm going to try it first, And what we'll do is we'll actually just pinch it in this way a little bit and bring it forward. And that might actually work. Where'd you buy it from, John? Because that sounds like some shady shit. Maybe what we'll do is do this properly and see how it turns out. Let's shrink it down like a real eyeball. Move it forward a bit. I think that's probably good. I think he needs a little bit more cheekbone. You should have just tried another Walmart. I've had people at Walmart give me some issues and then I'd be like, no, take it. And they're like, okay. Alright, let's leave it like that for now and see. Get some cheekbones going. Oh, you know what I want to do first? Let's do this. Ah, he looks goofy. I get it. I got it. I just don't appreciate fart jokes being told on my streams. I think we gotta bring them back a little bit, maybe. It's gonna look bad for a while, guys. I say this a lot, but I need to make sure you guys understand this. This is how it works. It looks bad for a while, and then it looks good. It'll get there. There was a little bald yellowish green one, and then there was a blue one. I think he had a couple spikes on the top of his head instead of hair. And then there was the red one that was long, like long-faced, and he had like white hair. Then there was the old tan-colored one that had white hair. And then Goliath had the black hair. And Broadway was the blue one. Lexington was the yellowish green one. Brooklyn was the red one. And then Bronx was the dog. Hudson was the old one. Yeah, these eyes look weird. We're gonna get him. Don't worry. He's got such cartoon looking eyes. It's not what I'm used to. What's going on here? Well, you are in the wrong place if you're looking for assistance, because we are all on the internet. We can't help you. Alright, I gotta get a Kleenex. Oh my goodness, I'm so sick of these allergies. Now I'm not taking medicine for it either. So, trying to see if I can get adjusted to having allergies. And maybe I won't need the medicine. I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay. I'm back. This is so annoying. What if I wrap it this way? Maybe that'll be better. That's how I had it, isn't it? No, it's not. Alright, I think the eyes being like that are probably... I think we can build on top of that, and that'll be good. I probably won't bother streaming Destiny tonight. Like I said, they're just... If I get more views, I'm happy to do all of these things that you guys are asking me to, but I need the views, because, I mean, it's work, after all. So, if the work's not paying off, I should just be having fun. Alright, we need to do... I think the ones on the inside are... Yeah, the ones on the inside of these horns are a little bit smaller. Let's see how this works. That's not gonna work at all. That doesn't look like Goliath. It's like any sequel to any game ever has been. I don't understand why people keep trying to compare Destiny 2 to Destiny 1, saying it needs to be like better. Destiny 1, by the end of its life, was pretty much perfect. It didn't really need anything. I mean, as perfect as you're gonna get. I know these look wrong, don't worry, I'm gonna get it. Maybe I'll do it different way. Maybe if I pull them up first. No. Well, that wasn't really so much directed at you, John, as it was just you made me think of it. People are like, it's not better than Destiny 1. It's like more of the same. Isn't every sequel more of the same? And then if it's not, everybody everybody freaks out saying it's too different. It's too different. No, it's awesome. If you like Destiny 1, you should like this game. It is exactly what it should be, given that it just came out, and they'll make adjustments as they see how things work and that kind of stuff. I'm very pleased with it overall. The only way that argument, I mean, that argument only exists because they continued supporting the game for so long and adding more stuff to it, that of course the sequel is going to feel like another expansion, because they've been spending 3 years adjusting the game to what it should be, which is what the sequel normally is. It's an adjustment from the first game to make it better. So if they've already done that 5 times across 3 years, of course the 6th time for the sequel is going to feel like just another iteration. I mean, what else can you do? You can't have it both ways. You can't ask for constant adjustments and improvements and then say it's too similar to the last one. Well, the only reason that's the case is because the last one was another adjustment, by like right at the end especially. I mean, Rise of Iron wasn't that long ago. Yeah, games are not like they used to be, especially ones like this where they're like basically perpetually being changed. It's not gonna be like it used to be. And even then, people had the same complaints. Halo 2 felt too different to Halo 1, or Halo 3 was too different, or Halo 4 was too different. And then they make something the same. It's just the same old stuff. Call of Duty is the same thing every time. What? There's no middle ground anymore. People are just constantly unhappy. It's like a new trend to dislike things. But especially for something like Destiny, that's like saying in World of Warcraft, oh, this expansion is... I mean, they don't really do expansion. I mean, they don't do sequels because they just keep doing expansions. Well, it's really no different. It's the same thing. That's exactly what it is, Irishman. That's exactly what it is. Well, that's the thing is, you know, do you want them to change things as you go, or do you want that game to be what it is until the sequel? Personally, I'd rather they change it as they go, and then the sequels aren't so much of a difference. I would much rather see games constantly change. I love the way Destiny 1 changed. I mean, I'm not talking specifics, I mean the overall idea of how they maintained constant adjustment. By the end of year 3, it was barely the same game. In a good way. So it's only reasonable that Destiny 2 is a lot like year 3. Maybe I should start writing for game magazines. That'd be fun. I'd write for toy magazines, but they don't exist. Because nobody cares. Who gives a shit? Coming into that issue, like I said, they don't have foreheads, and so it's kind of kind of weird to do this without giving him like a proper forehead, but he just really, that's all he has. And then his hair. So we're gonna kind of fake it, I guess. We're gonna give him a little bit of cranial fortitude. But see, the game is finished, but people aren't happy with it, so that's why they make the changes, Randall. The game's not unfinished. I mean, Destiny 1 maybe had problems, but Destiny 2, they could definitely leave it the way it is and it'd be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go do something for just a minute. Oh my god, I clicked on OBS again. There goes the pen. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue arguing about stuff. Well, this way. Let's go this way to record. This is how professional artists do it for sure. Oh, that's right, the pen broke because I touched OBS. It's just that there's no way to make a sequel without it feeling like... I mean, how could it not be one... What could they have done to make it more different from the first one after they've already made those iterations and refined it so much? That's exactly how it should have been. How could they change that enough to not make it feel like a 1.5 instead of a 2? But that's the thing though, is every sequel is copy and paste. And this game has so much more content in it too. People keep saying it has less content. No it doesn't, not even a little bit. Less content than maybe all 3 expansions put together, but it's got a ton of content relative to the game space. People crazy. And most of the people, if you look, like the people complaining, oh, I beat the game in 3 days, I'm max level and everything. No one's max level yet, so you're a liar and a turd. Don't be a liar and a turd, people. Alright, I think we're starting to get some shape here. I'm starting to like some of this overall. No, I don't like that at all. Well, what did you want them to add? If they added a story, which still weak but good enough. There's a lot of content. I mean, what else can they add? They refined all the RPG elements. Well, that's the thing though, Randall. Remember, we didn't have 3 supers to start originally. So maybe there's more coming, but you can't just dump everything out at once. It would, it's just too much content for one game. They can't make that much in one go. And it's not so much, I don't really consider them even new, I just consider them adjusted, because they're not really that different. I guess the Titan one is, and the throwing one is. But throwing swords instead of a big giant ball, not that different. I guess what I'm getting at is there's nothing they could have done that would have satisfied the audience. The entire audience. What do you mean setbacks? Sometimes they ship things in the wrong direction because the post office has to send them to regional centers, John. That could just be all it is. I've had something come from California, I live in Ohio, go through Ohio, go to PA, and then PA is Pennsylvania for those of you not familiar, which is on the other side pretty much, and then make it to me. So I wouldn't worry too much right away. Starting to look like Goliath. Told you guys. I told you just have to have faith. I know what I'm doing, kind of. A little bit. Bashing it. No, I'm asking, you said there were setbacks. I'm asking you what you meant by that. I'm not counter-arguing it because I don't know what you mean. Bash it all you want. I don't care what you think. Oh, man. Why do you guys watch my content? he doesn't really have nostrils that are delineated from the rest of his nose. I don't know how to make that look right in a 3D space. Hey, yeah, I'm making Goliath. I'm making a custom figure, and it's Goliath, so I need to sculpt his head, so I figured I'd do it digitally rather than traditionally. It's a little quicker for me to do it this way. And I'm gonna have to make a Thalog, or Thylog, or I can't remember what his name is exactly, but the other one that's got like the robot parts, not robot, like armor, I think. And so it makes more sense to just make it digitally so I can just add the armor parts on later. It's gonna look weird until he puts some hair on, but I think we're actually, that's not a bad start. I'm okay with that. I am all right. Brow outside. Yeah. Let's get the cheekbones out a little bit down here. For any of you out there who try to art or do art of any variety, biggest mistake I see people do, not that I'm an expert or anything, but I see a lot of people keep their cheekbones up way too high. That's not really how it works. The trick I have to figure out here is how to get the eyes to have the right animated look, which is not my specialty. If I had a specialty, even. I don't think I do. I think my specialty is a general mediocrity for all realms of art. Not all, like 3, maybe 3. The moods, it's not all released yet. They did a staggered release, Randall. There's gonna be more. Shining Legends is the next, it's a halfway step, John. There's not gonna be a booster box. It's only gonna have the, like the pin and the trainer kits and things like that. The pin boxes and the trainer kits. Not a full set. The next booster box is Crimson Invasion. That's the next full set, next expansion. I'll be doing Shining Legends too, though, because it's a cool set. And I'll have a deal for you guys if you're interested in getting into that. I'm actually really pleased with how this is turning out so far. I wasn't expecting to get it to be recognizable so fast. I know there's a lot to do still, but I'm pretty pleased. As far as the Crucible stuff, Randall, they're rolling out more. They wanted to make sure that everything worked smoothly first, so there's more's coming. Normally, I mean, here's the thing, like Halo 5 did the same thing, but they rolled it out over the course of way too long and didn't have any content, whereas Destiny's still loaded with content and it's not even all out yet. So I am okay with it. Gotta make sure he has his underbite. Whoa, those lips got weird. Leave it right there. You don't look like a homeless person, John? What? I don't know if you look like a homeless person or not. I've seen homeless people that look pretty okay. Let's give his nose a little bit more thickness. He's got a thick schnoz. It's even thicker at the end. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's bring this up a little more. That's good. It's drawn very odd in terms of making it 3D, but I think that's probably going to do. Let's give this a little bit more. Give him a little bit more meat to his cheeks. Well, congratulations, John. Uh-oh, did I divide it too much? I did. Not divide, but... we gotta knock back that resolution. That should be good. Can I smooth that out still? I think I can. I think I might cheat and make his face a little bit more pronounced than it's supposed to be. John, I saw a picture of you the other day. You posted on Instagram saying that you painted or something like that. You don't have a mohawk. What are you not, do you not know what you look like? Or know what a mohawk is? One of those two is the correct answer because you don't have a mohawk. Are you a crazy person? A flop hawk? You mean you just have hair on the top of your head that lays down on the sides? Did you shave the sides of your head? Isn't that what a mohawk entails? I didn't say it had to be spiked, I said shaved on the sides. That's what it has to be shaved on the sides, otherwise it doesn't count. You know, I was just thinking I should probably point something out to you guys. When I comment on how much I think something looks good as I'm working on it, I'm not saying that like in a conceited way or anything like that. I'm saying it in a like a I didn't think I was gonna be able to accomplish that type of way. So don't think that like if I say wow that looks awesome, I'm just like I'm being a dickhead. I'm not being a dickhead, I promise. That's actually not too bad. Hold on a second, John. Did you check your points a few minutes ago? And it said you had 7,000? Because you redeemed 5,000 for the... Oh no, you didn't. That was Alfonso. Never mind. I take it back. Ignore everything I just said. Pull that down like that. Pull that down a little bit. Let's pull this out a little bit. Don't tell me to calm down when I'm not being uncalm. I'll show you uncalm. I'll kick your ass, man. I think it's funny that Randall and John both have the same hairstyle and see the same hairstylist. You guys are like the same exact person. That'll be good enough. I think John and Randall might secretly be an old married couple. What do you guys think? That seems to me like a very strong possibility. I don't know that Goliath actually has that. I don't know what that's called. He doesn't really have it, but I think I'm going to add it. I'll let my customer decide if he likes it or not before I get it printed. But I think I like that extra detail. I'll fix the lips at a higher resolution. I can't really do too much with them like this. Somebody could, I can't. I'm sure there's a better way. You have long hair, a long beard and bum stage. But what kind of hair do you have? That's the question. I'm giving it a little bit more of a realistic look, but I'm thinking my customer's gonna dig it, so I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Alright, you know what? Let's throw some hair on this guy. Let's save this out first so that I don't lose my stuff. Hey guys, how's the video for you? Is it clear enough since I'm downscaling it to 720, or is it not a problem? Also, let's see who's watching. I haven't said hi to anybody. Armin Windsor, what's up? Fake Gwent, how's it going? Little Pig VG, you're a new one. Thanks for tuning in. Tortuguita, Adam, welcome. Thanks for everybody tuning in. I already said hi to Alfonso and Fure and all you mods. Welcome. Okay, I think we're probably gonna leave the face like that for now. I'll let my customer get kind of an idea of what I'm going for, and well, we'll see. Maybe it will go more. I don't know. All this talk about video games. You guys are a bad influence on my work ethic. Wow, why is that so strong? Let's pull it through a little bit like that. And a little more here. A little more down here. And I don't like that. I think my Goliath might be even a little more boxy than the regular one. I might have made him too much of a badass. We might need to adjust that. Jaw is just ridiculous, but that's what it's supposed to look like. Give him a little bit of muscle line there. Hey John, did you watch The Strain last night? I thought it was a pretty terrible episode. So many dumb things. I think I am going to have to wait to do the mouth until I get it a little bit, a little more dense. Oh, you don't watch it until next weekend. Alright, I won't tell you how everybody dies then. Alright, should we throw some hair on this guy? Just wait, there's a whole lot of stupid stuff happens in this last episode. Because like they said, how many dumb decisions can we make? The answer was all of them. Oh, gotta turn on symmetry. Forgot to turn on symmetry. You did not tell me you finished Defenders. Where exactly does his hairline fall? Yeah, pretty much right there. Wow, I gauged that sphere almost exactly, guys. I'm getting good at making hair out of spheres for gargoyles. That's not the ball, is it? That's the other of my piece, I think. Yeah, okay, good. My allergies are driving me. I swear, it must be the room I'm in. Oh. It wasn't that bad before. I do apologize about the sniffing. I know that's probably unpleasant, but it's either that or I don't do it at all. So you guys can choose. I'll just stop streaming altogether if you prefer. But I have no choice in the sniffles. Hey, you guys know Netflix and Marvel are done now because Disney broke off their deal with Netflix for whatever reason. So who knows what's gonna happen going forward. We're gonna have to do a lot of adjusting for the hair. We're just kind of getting it in place right now. I'm not entirely sure what the hair looks like either. I'm gonna have to check. But I think it just kind of flares off into cool long hairstyle hair. I'm sure Disney thought it would be a good idea to try to promote the shows on their own platform. Because you know how many people have the Disney streaming service. Like 3 maybe? 4? Why is it doing this weird warping type thing? I don't know. I don't think it's quite like Joe Dirt. What I'm gonna do is I'm getting the volume where I want it, and then I'm gonna go in and reshape it, and then I'll go in and add the actual hair detail like I did for Angela. Why is it lumpy like that? What's the deal? Stop being lumpy. Why is it so dense too? Who's working on this? Am I doing this? I think you should keep trying probably there, John. I'm not sure you got it yet. John, what did we tell you about talking about yourself in the third person? Hmm? Correct. No, just mango peach this time. No strawberry. I don't get why that sphere was so dense. I thought I made it less dense before I started. Maybe I forgot. I think I did. Pink hair for the win. Alright, where exactly... It's gonna be so hard to make that look right. See, the thing is, on gargoyles, when they look anywhere other than straight, his hair has like a big point to it. But I don't think it's supposed to have it all the way around. I'm gonna have to play around with it. We'll see. We'll see what looks good. We'll just make something happen. No, I drank that shit. I don't waste things. I'm poor. Who do you think you're talking to? I can't afford to be throwing stuff away because I mixed some weird concoction. It wasn't that bad. He's going very hair metal here, but that's okay. It's gonna look better. Trust. I don't know what side. Like, how far down his back does it go? I can't find any pictures of Goliath's hair. The back of his hair. Didn't they ever draw the back of his damn head? Oh wow, it's pretty, this feller has a lot of hair. That's gonna go down to his ass crack. Not really, but you know. Too far. Can't I just get a straight on picture though? Like, that'd be wonderful. Rando's coming in with this like exact measurement. What did you work on the set of the show? There's a picture of Hugh Jackman. Definitely not Goliath from Gargoyles. Huh. Okay. Seriously, there's like no pictures of the back of his head. That's way down there, John. Wow. Let's see. I saw another one where it was like kind of flowing and it looks really, really bushy, ass crack like. I have to connect his wings to his body too, so the hair and the wings have to fit. That's gonna be a trick. I might cut out part of the hair. Whoa, who is that? She looks nice. I love how Google image results is just like, you don't need to look for what you're looking for. Boobs. There's always boobs, no matter what you search for. If you scroll down far enough on the list, you'll find boobs. Not naked boobs, but boobs nonetheless. How are you finding these pictures? None of these pictures are coming up for me. Wow, that goes down far. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Seriously, I don't see any of these pictures. No, I found the one with Demona. Oh well. I Google. Oh, see, I typed in hair, so therefore I'm not gonna find the ones with hair. My results were less accurate because I was more specific. All right, so we have to figure out how big his body's gonna be. It's gonna be big. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Silly me thinking Google would do what I want. Why is it so big? We need to shrink this whole thing. Let's do that. Let's do this. We're gonna do this. Is that enough? Probably should shrink it a little bit more. What the hell? His eyeballs fell out. Why did his eyeballs fall out? Look, more boobs. Can't help it, it's just they show up everywhere. Why are the eyes not connected to his head? Oh gosh, no. Turn off. For real? Now they're just not, like, at all where they belong? That'll do. John, that's the one that, that's not yours. I saw that same Google image. That's the one I used to have. He had the stone that cracked on and off of him. I had a bunch of the old Gargoyles toys. Why you gotta have so much hair, though? And it gets, like, bushier as it comes out. I guess that's normal. Obviously, we're gonna shape it more, but that's broad strokes. Like that's probably what's gonna work. Do you have the stone pieces that connect to them? Hey, don't post GIFs on my stream. GIFs. It's funny because some people actually say GIF instead of GIF. Those people should seek professional help. Yeah, we'll leave the hair like that. That looks good enough. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Randall, where'd you go? You got quiet. Did someone offend you? Was it John? You should be used to that if it was John. If it was me, well, you should probably be used to that too. And there we go. Alright, well that's not so bad. I mean, we got that hair on there pretty quick. This whole thing, I'm getting better at this, guys. And again, I'm not saying that in like an arrogant way. Randall, are you triggered? John says you're triggered. I'm gonna see if Randall's even still here. Maybe I did offend him. I don't think I said anything to offend him. He's still here. He's probably not offended. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna pull the hair out. We're gonna make it a little extra big. And that way, when we cut it down, we'll have enough hair to cut down. I think I might just leave it like that. I mean, as far as cool haircuts go, we should just stick with the one that's most similar to Chris Tucker's role in Fifth Element. I think that's a safe bet. Alfonso, are you making fun of me? Randy! Oh, there's a term for that, John, but I don't think I should talk about that on stream. Okay, let's just crank that res up like that. Can't do it like that. So let's just do that, click it, then do it. Why is it not? Oh, it is. It's just, it kept the denseness. So we smooth out those lumps. I forgot that it would keep that shape. It's all good. Randy! Randall, why are you facepalming now? Or is that just your natural response to things in general? Just an immediate facepalm. I can't take this shit anymore. To everything. I understand it, if that's the case. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our trim dynamic brush. And we're going to try to trim in his hair. So we're going to just kind of... It's very planar. We're going to see what we can do. It's going to be kind of tricky, but we figured everything else out so far with this stuff. Bring it in. I also just really like using this tool because of how it cuts the clay, so to speak. It's actually already starting to look like Goliath a little bit. Just from that, it's oh, I love Goliath so much. If Goliath was a real person, I'd try to be his friend. Randall posted a GIF. Don't post anything inappropriate. Or not Randall. John posted a GIF. Don't post anything inappropriate though. Randall. So, you know, this is how I don't know how I'm gonna do this. The way they have it, it's like way over the top of his little horn thingies. I don't know. Let's see if I can make this look right. See, they had that part. This peak right here is like sticking way out in the cartoon. So I don't know how well that's going to be able to translate. They pretty much have it all on one plane from the top back. Okay. There's no good way for me to do this. They cheated so much with the animation. That's why if you go back and watch Gargoyles, half the time they don't even look like themselves, because they're so, they don't have any like dimension to the drawing, so it only looks right in one direction, and then as soon as it turns, it's just weird. No, I can do Goku's hair like that. Like Figure Arts nailed it pretty well, because the drawing in Dragon Ball, even though it's relatively basic, it's there. This isn't there. It doesn't exist in their drawings. Like cheekbones, things like that, just are a little bit neglected for Gargoyles. I'm not sure that there's much out there, Furave. I know my customer had, like, what the wings we're using on the custom are from this old vinyl kind of like statue thing that they did, but there's not a whole lot of merchandise out there. I'm gonna have to look later, but I'm gonna try to see what I can come up with first. I want to try to accomplish it on my own. Yeah, I feel like Gargoyles was always kind of underappreciated. Such a solid storyline. Actually, that's kind of like, that's pretty close to the look right there. It's not perfect. You guys are a bunch of haters. Dragon Ball Evolution is one of the best, most cinematic, one of the best cinematic masterpieces of our generation. Especially all the scenes with the people in it. In the scenes. Those were good scenes. It's not too bad like that. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Yeah, I like that pretty much. I think that looks okay. See, his definitely, it's usually bushier back here, but I'm gonna have the wings coming out like right here, so that's gonna be a problem. I can't really account for that. No, because I don't know how I'm going to be connecting them. Well, I guess we could make it bushier up here. Like that. I guess that'll work. Neck. Wings aren't even going to be till here. There we go. I think that's probably what it's gonna be like. So now we should just do more sculpting. I'm gonna send the customer a link to the stream real quick and see what he thinks. Hopefully he sees that. Oh, he saw it. Let's see if he clicks the link and can check it. I try, Alfonso. I try. I need to spin it around so that he can see what we're working with. I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, I need to go in and just clean it up a little bit, but I think that's pretty much where it needs to be. I guess I could technically poof the hair more up front, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I think it's probably good. A little bit more conservatively designed. I think that would be okay like that. I actually got the forehead just about the way I wanted it. I'm pretty okay with that. Maybe add a little bit of curvature to that little horn. Less of a scowl. But that's how they did his mouth, like all the time. He's got like that. You mean the brows maybe? Is that what you're talking about, Greg? Or the mouth? Because the mouth is... I can try to lift up the bottom part of the mouth a little bit. Let's see. I can lift up the eyebrow a little too. Oh, he said he takes it back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's no good. What happened? Let's fix that. You know what I think I need to do is pull, not pull, but let's do this. Let's see if this helps. That does help. You have been having a lot of issues with the 3D printer you bought. Zomkaz, what'd you buy? I don't use one, but I have two different people who use printers for me. One is a Form 2, and one is a name I can never remember off the top of my head for some reason. Oh, I gotta talk to my customer again. A one-how duplicator i3 v2. I've never heard of that, so I can't say what anything really about that. Okay. I'm done talking to the customer. Let's see. I kind of like having the pen connected to my neck here. I don't have to reach far for it. But it's also kind of a pain in the ass. Oh. Let's turn off that. Let's turn that off. We want our focal shift. Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah. Guess we need some focal shift. Yeah, that'll work. We'll be able to use that. So we want some hair to come out like that. Bigger hair, more hair. So maybe... Yeah, that'll work. Quick thinker, don't know what we're talking about here. It's not, John. It's not. Oh, I get the joke. Too much. It's gonna be kind of a trick. Maybe what I should do is get rid of the planer. Oh no! Shit! ZBrush, you bastard! I like how sure ZBrush is of when it wants to close down. It doesn't hang up, it doesn't do anything, it just BAM! You're done. BAM! No more work for you. I think I have about 50 more minutes left in me, guys. I don't know about these 4-hour streams. I'm thinking about cutting them down to 3 on a regular basis. I feel burnt out by the end of a 4-hour stream. You could see my browser again. I don't care. I don't have anything. That's just my Facebook conversation with the customer. I don't get why it does that though. It's not supposed to show, like, you can't see the browser. You're not supposed to be able to. What if I had prawns on there? Then I'd get kicked off the internet. What was I about to do? I was about to do something. I was smoothing the hair. Is this thing even charging? The light's off. I guess it's probably charged. Let's charge this other one too. I guess maybe they're somehow staying in an on status while they're not being used and therefore dying. I don't know. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted either. That's okay. Let's just smooth this all out. I've never sculpted such luscious locks before. I said luscious locks, Randall. Did you say that at the same time as I said that? Or are you copying what I said? Maybe I'll sculpt them and then pull them out. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just pull them out first. No, I'll use the move with Acu curve. I have some kind of like Bioshock level control over Randall. You guys ever play Bioshock? No, that's too much of a point. Would you kindly? Now he copied me. Y'all be copying me and stuff. Perfect. I'm done. Okay. Let's turn off symmetry. Let's get some... I knew it from the beginning. It was so obvious. I'm just gonna get the tufts out, and then maybe I should start from the bottom. Don't bullshit me. You're bullshit. I don't think that's gonna work. You know what? I don't want chunks of hair. I think I'll maybe just do a little bit, like 1 or 2 chunks. And I'll just sculpt it the rest of the way. Why'd you say, oh no? Yeah, like what if we just left those like that and then actually just sculpted all the hair? We could try that. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yeah, I think this will end up giving us a better result. thinking I'm probably not going to put too much detail into at least the top of his head, because he's got that very plainer looking hair, which I kind of need to leave alone. Oops. It's not supposed to be detailed, but since it's going on a body that has largely more detail than the cartoon had, I have to make the hair match the body. Excuses for doing more work? I don't think it works that way. That's right, Alfonso. Don't forget, Alfonso said it best. Detail is good. I think that's probably the right direction to go in, just like that, just a little bit, nothing crazy. I can bring these chunks out in a little bit more detail. diva from Overwatch. She's in a giant robot. She doesn't look anything like this. Pink Knight. Also, you're new here. Welcome. That's true. We can't trust Alfonso. Well, I can. You guys can't. Alfonso's helped me out a few times. Finding things I needed. This isn't gonna show, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I know, Pink Knight. I was just messing with you. Might see a little bit at the bottom, but pretty much this is going to be non-visible since it's going to be up against his back. You won't see any of it, so I don't really need to do much to it. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. This is gonna be built mostly on it's gonna be hard for you to watch it, Irishman, because the last season never got released on DVD officially, so you have to find a bootleg copy like I mean, I don't have a bootleg copy at all. This is gonna be built on the DC Universe Classics Apache Chief Build-A-Figure, so that he has the right amount of size in relation to the Demona I made and the Angela and everyone else. Is it the best show ever? No, but it's definitely solid. I mean, it came out in the same era as the Batman animated series, and it's, you know, it's kind of along the same lines in terms of quality and not just being for kids like dumb stuff is nowadays. DC Universe Classics Apache Chief. I always like to go back in and add these ridges, especially for a more animated look like this. I think it gives it a certain amount of depth that you just can't really get without having these crisp edges. Slightly crisp, I should say. They're not like super hardcore. Still has his animated look, but he still has some sense of realism. Hey John, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. You're right. It is a fitting body type. Those DC Universe Classics figures have that cartoon look to them. So Does he have the loincloth? I wasn't even counting on that. I was planning on making my own, but if he's got one I can use, then maybe I will. I don't know if I will, but maybe. Let's take those frowny lips just a little bit less frowny, a little more neutral. I'm making this for a commission, so I kind of have to do it sky blue, that's all. So I figured I might as well do the work I have to do while you guys are here. I have to stream something, so I might as well stream this. We'll see what my customer thinks about it, having the extra little hair detail. It looks kind of odd, but at the same time it's like, it's pretty much what it should look like. I mean, they didn't have any detail in the hair except for at the end, so it's gonna look a little different. I think that's the way to do it, right there. I think that's pretty good. Let's work on the face. Let's clean the face up a little bit. Well, let's do this first. I think that's what color he is. Let me... Yeah, that's pretty close. Oh, hang on. I gotta resize the ZBrush. I forgot to fix it. That's close enough for now. I mean, it's not staying colored, so it doesn't really matter. Just need to give it some... Yeah, I'm liking that. I think that looks pretty good. I think my customer's gonna be pretty happy. Let's see if we can get this to be the right color. Or, I mean, it's not gonna be exact, but it'll be close. So I can get a purple one. 2 purple. That's probably the best I'm gonna do though. We'll leave it. Let's do this one. This one's gonna have to be blue, there is no black. And the eyes will have to be probably blue as well. Yeah. Not that any of that matters. Alright, we're gonna crank the resolution up to that. And we'll do this. Oh, it's still fairly... I really don't have to do too much to this. It's pretty much ready to go. We kind of bingoed it right away. That's nice. Hey, it's Etrigan. Almost. Really, it looks like all I need to do is the mouth. I think we might be done. Which is good timing, because I think I'm going to call it in about 12 minutes. Let's get the mouth done up, and then we'll just call it then. Where are we at? Okay. Pupils. I'm not going to sculpt pupils on. It's an animated thing. We're not painting it. Are you just asking me to put them on there so you can see it, or because technically speaking the cornea has a lump on it and so it should have a lump on it, but it's too tiny. You would never be able to tell if that's what you're talking about. How about we make the lips meet in the middle like they're supposed to? Thanks, Tiny. I don't know if it was just luck or what, but this seemed to be a fairly smooth going project. Either way, I'm not sculpting pupils on something unless we're going super high res, and even then, it's not the pupils; it's the cornea. But that would just be too much. I think this might be good. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Am I missing something? It shouldn't have gone this smooth. We throw some pupils on it just to see what it'll look like. How big are his pupils? Oh, I have the eyes kind of... Well, the eyes are okay. But, let's see something. Yeah, that's a little better. It's a little bit too squatty. Okay, back to the eyes. Although I've always been a fan of Goliath having his eyes solid white. Every time his eyes went solid white, I was like, yes, it's ass kicking time. I don't have it dense enough to really paint on it properly. That'll do. Custom of Raziel from Kane. Yeah, but there's a really solid figure from NECA already. So, there's kinda no point. But, I mean, I do what I'm commissioned to do, as long as it's something I can do. Yeah, buddy, this looks pretty cool. It's like... It's really not dense enough to paint, but... Yeah, it was awesome. There's a material realm one and like a translucent one, and they're both pretty great figures. I bet they cost a fortune now. I had one of each back in the day, and I got rid of them back when I sold off my collection originally, a long time ago. No, I don't have them anymore, which is a bummer. No, well, there's a cane figure, but it's way like non-articulated old school kind of a figure. So, not what you're looking for. Which is unfortunate, I know, but that's the way it goes. Why is it not working? I have it on RGB, that's why. Why is it going opposite now? The hell? That's weird. I so hope he lets me paint it with solid white eyes. Alright, I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. I think that's good. I'm going to show it to him, and I think we're going to leave it there, probably. But if he says to change it, then we will. But I don't think he's gonna. I think this turned out exactly as it needed to. So we're going to call it there, guys. Thanks a whole bunch for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night. Probably back working on the custom action figure, or the original line of action figures. So that's what we're going to do. Thanks for tuning in again. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your nights.